Imagine this. It's 1940 and a young man with only $7 in his pocket has a dream of sharing his passion for fitness and weightlifting with the world. With nothing more but determination, he pours his heart and soul into creating the very first issue of Your Physique, his first ever magazine. The response is overwhelming and the orders flood in faster than he ever imagined. In just 18 months, he turns that humble $7 into a small fortune of $10,000, a remarkable feat in an era when a loaf of bread cost just 4 cents and a gallon of gas only 11 cents. But Joe Weider's journey is far from over. Imagine a world where people had no idea what they put into their bodies and how they moved affected their health. A world where exercise was seen as a luxury reserved for only the wealthy and nutrition was an afterthought. That was the reality before the dawn of Joe Weider's work. Joe Weider was a visionary who revolutionized the way people think about fitness and nutrition. He wasn't content with simply building muscle and looking good. He knew that the true health required a comprehensive approach. He recognized the importance of a balanced diet and regular exercise long before it became mainstream knowledge. But his impact didn't stop there. Weider went on to create a fitness magazine empire that brought cutting-edge information to the masses. And he invented and popularized the equipment and weights that are now a staple in gyms and homes across the globe. Weider's unwavering belief in the power of nutritional supplements also helped to shape the massive vitamin and supplement industry that we know today. Joe Weider's story is one of resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Growing up in a tough neighborhood during the Great Depression, he knew what it was like to struggle, but he refused to let his circumstances define him. At just 12 years old, he left school to work 10 hours a day pulling a wagon just to provide for his family. Despite his small size and weight, Joe refused to be a victim. He turned to wrestling as a way to defend himself against bullies who saw him as an easy target. But when he was turned down by the wrestling coach at the Montreal YMHA, Joe did not give up. Instead, he turned to magazines for inspiration, purchasing 2 for just a penny. These publications sparked a passion for weightlifting in Joe, leading him to create his own magazine and to build his own makeshift barbell out of scrap metal. Through countless hours of lifting and pumping, Joe transformed his body and gained the confidence to join the Verdun Barbell Club in Montreal. It was there that he found his true calling, competing in his first powerlifting amateur contest at the age of 17 and exceeding the expectations of everyone around him. Joe lifted an astonishing 70 pounds more than his competitors in his weight class, surpassing even the heavyweights and light heavyweights and earning himself a national ranking. Despite his demanding work schedule, Joe remained dedicated to his passion for weightlifting and bodybuilding. He spent every spare minute training and educating himself on the latest techniques and principles of the sport. However, he soon realized that the information available to aspiring lifters was severely lacking. The publications of the time were incomplete, often incorrect, and did not adequately address the needs and interests of the growing community of weightlifters. Frustrated by his lack of resources, Joe decided to take the matters into his own hands. With nothing more than a typewriter and a mimeograph machine, he began publishing his own newsletters, full of practical advice and innovative ideas for lifting and bodybuilding. Joe's magazine would gain momentum very quickly, and in just 18 months, he was able to make a small fortune and enable him to turn this hobby into something much bigger than he ever imagined possible. Remembering the struggles he faced when he first started out, Joe decides to start the Weider Barbell Company in 1942. This mail-order company not only offered weight sets and other equipment, but also provides rudimentary vitamin and mineral supplements to help his readers get the most out of their workouts. From a small dream of creating a magazine, Joe Weider went on to revolutionize the entire sport of bodybuilding. In 1946, he took a huge risk and rented the Montreal's Monument National Theatre to host the first Mr. Canada contest, which would eventually lead to the creation of the International Federation of Bodybuilders, known today as the IFBB. This set the stage for the creation of the Mr. Olympia contest in 1965, which has since become the most prestigious bodybuilding competition in the world. In 1953, he changed the name of his magazine, Your Physique, to Muscle Builder Magazine, which later became the Muscle and Fitness in 1980. With a keen understanding of the market, Weider expanded his publishing empire to include a wide variety of health and fitness magazines, such as Mr. America, Muscle Power, Shape, Fit Pregnancy, Men's Fitness, Living Fit, Prime Health and Fitness, Cooks, Senior Golfer, and Flex. But Weider's publishing success wasn't limited to the world of health and fitness. He also published skin magazines, Gem Magazine and Monsieur, demonstrating his talent for reaching diverse audiences. But Joe's impact wasn't limited to men's bodybuilding. In recognition of women's dedication to the sport, he created the Mrs. Olympia contest in 1978, which was later followed by the Fitness Olympia contest in 1995. Today, the IFBB has affiliates in 170 countries and is ranked as one of the top 7 international sports federations in the world. Joe's vision and dedication not only transformed the sport of bodybuilding, but also brought it into the mainstream, making it accessible to millions of people worldwide. Joe Weider's principles revolutionized the world of bodybuilding and helped many aspiring bodybuilders achieve their goals. He spent years observing and studying movements and techniques that were effective for bodybuilding, powerlifting, and weightlifting, and compiled them all into a comprehensive training guide that changed the game forever. These principles not only helped but build stronger and more muscular bodies, but also served as a foundation for proper nutrition and supplementation. Joe Weider's illustrious career was not without its share of controversies, though. In the early 1970s, Weider and his brother Ben were the subjects of a U.S. Postal Inspection's investigation regarding their nutritional supplements Weider Formula No. 7. The weight gainer boasted a young Arnold Schwarzenegger on its label, with claims that the users could gain a pound of mass per day. And after an appeal in which Schwarzenegger was testified, Weider was forced to alter his marketing and claims. But that was not the only legal issue Weider faced. He was also ordered to offer a refund to 100,000 customers of a 5-minute body shaper that claimed to offer significant weight loss after just minutes of use. The claims, along with the misleading before and after photos, were deemed false advertising by a Superior Court judge in 1976. In the 1980s and in the 2000s, Weider found himself once again under scrutiny, this time by the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. Both settlements called for $400,000 to be paid to the FTC and for a ban on making any unsubstantiated claims for any food, drug, dietary supplement, or program. But despite all of these controversies, Weider's legacy in the world of bodybuilding and fitness remains unparalleled. With the Weider principles and the IFBB, Joe's legacy lives on, inspiring generations of fitness enthusiasts to pursue their dream and reach their full potential in bodybuilding.